these morose motherfuckers right here. Smells like somebody shit in their cereal. Bong!
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Morose Project. I'm Brad Rosen.
I'm Aaron Moore.
Alright, so last week I promised a couple things. I didn't quite get the story of the White Lady yet, so we'll have to save that for another week. However, that being said, we'll start off with some favorite TV shows. And I think you should go first this time, because usually I go first.
Well, fuck you, I'm not ready. Oh, man. Okay, so we've talked about a few of them so far, and, where's my goddamn pen? Anyways, doesn't matter. We've mentioned...
It's on your lap.
Fuck me.
On your lap. Okay. Keep going.
We've mentioned Game of Thrones.
Yes. That is also on my list.
Yeah, and I don't feel that we need to, go any further with that. At least not yet.
We've discussed that in detail.
Right. One of my more favorite shows, kind of on par with Game of Thrones, is a show called Vikings.
I've heard of this. I have not yet watched it, but I hear good things.
That is amazing. It's on Hulu.
The list is so long.
That's what she said. Most of these are on Hulu.
Okay.
Some are just on Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah. I also got a little show I like to call Once Upon a Time. So do the creators.
Yeah. And fans and...
You know, people who work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, another show, Workaholics. Show's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. See, both of those shows are shows that I've watched the first season of, and I enjoy both, but I haven't gotten past the first season of either one. But they're definitely, when I have more time, shows that I'm interested in continuing.
Most definitely. Workaholics is a show that I've always... Every time I watch it, I'm just like, man, why can't my life be like that?
Yeah.
I mean, I just want to sit around, you know, Rebecca, cover your ears, do drugs, and dick around with my friends. But yeah. And then another show is RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of people talk about that one too. They say it's surprisingly better than you would think, which, I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out one day, but
I mean, if you're not into lady boys, I don't really recommend it.
I'm not, but you know, maybe my next girlfriend will be, and I won't have much say in the matter.
A drag queen?
No, but she might be into lady boys.
Oh, okay. Oh man. The next show I would love to watch while doing acid, not that I'd ever do acid, is Super Jail. Have you watched any of that?
I haven't, but I've seen like commercials and it just looks trippy as hell.
That show is so fucked up. Like, at the end of every episode, everyone dies.
Nice.
In like the most brutal way imagined. Oh man. And then coincidentally, Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Love that show.
I have only seen the first season, but I enjoy it very much so as well, although everybody tells me season 2 is even better than season 1.
It is, and you still haven't watched it.
I know. I'll get there.
No, you won't.
I will.
You say that every time.
I'm a completionist, though. Even when I don't like something, if I start it, I usually have to finish.
Do you watch many shows on BBC?
Not really. Like, there's a lot of shows that I know I would like if I watched, but I just, again, there's too many shows and not enough time.
There's a show called, that was on BBC. It was only like 3 series long, maybe. It's Robin Hood.
Yes.
And there's one character in there that you would be familiar with. And I can't remember who he plays, but he plays, he has a role in The Hobbit as Thorin Oakenshield.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool. That's where I recognized him from.
Yeah.
Was Robin Hood.
It's funny because Bilbo is from Sherlock.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I love that show too.
Yeah.
I don't think it made its way on my list. Let's see. Futurama. Holy
Yes,
shit.
that one is on my list as well. Excellent show, perfect blend of sci-fi and comedy, and
Yes.
all the writers on there are nerds, so pretty much, like all the alien language is like a real language that somebody made up, and just
And all that witty banter.
yeah.
Fucking, it's the best. I think I've watched it all the way through 3 times.
Wow. I've definitely seen most episodes multiple times. I don't know if I've seen every one multiple times though, especially from the more recent seasons. But I own all of them except for, coincidentally, the final season. Not for any reason other than I just haven't. I'm too cheap to buy it unless it's like $10 or so, and I haven't ever seen it on sale for $10. But it'll get there one day.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as it's still on Netflix, I don't really need to own it. I just need it to complete my sets. Because like I said, I'm a completionist.
Yeah, don't let them lie to you.
Anyway, what else you got on there?
Let's see. A show that you probably would never watch, Queer as Folk.
American or British?
American.
Okay.
It was the longer of the two.
Yeah. I've heard of it, but yeah, I wouldn't say I'd never watch it, but it's not on my radar as something that I have to check out someday, But I'd give it a shot if need be.
I'm holding myself back from all these gay jokes.
Well, I mean, if one of us is going to make them, it should be you. Or are you going to make them about me? Because if that's the case, continue to hold them back.
But yeah, the American version. I know that they have started as a British series
Yes.
that ended after the first one.
The only thing I know about the British series is that Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy was on it.
Plays little Brian.
Yes.
Little twink boy. Another show I really love, and I think I've watched through it twice, is Skins. Also, this was
the American
British
or the
version.
British, yeah, because the American one I heard was terrible, and it was only like 1 season long, and it was on MTV, which is
Why it was
the
terrible.
worst place it could have ended up on.
Right. Yeah, and then let's see. I think I'll end this list with Malcolm in the Middle.
Nice.
Yeah, I watched through that one, and I finished it. I want to say last year.
Mm-hmm.
A really good show. It has Bryan Cranston in it, who everyone knows from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah. For a long time, there was a running joke that Breaking Bad was going to end with him going into witness protection, and then he was going to start a new life as the dad on Malcolm in the Middle, which I
That would
know.
be so hilarious.
I know, like, that show was super serious, so that obviously wouldn't be the real ending, but if they had, like, shot that as, like, a fake-out ending, that would have been so great. It would have been so funny.
That would have amazed me.
But yeah, I watched Malcolm in the Middle when I was a kid, and I watched the whole thing, but honestly, I don't remember it very well. I definitely don't remember how it ended. I remember, like, some of the earlier stuff, which is weird, because usually the farther back it goes, the less I remember it. But, I enjoyed it as well. It was really funny.
Yeah, one of my friends recommended it to me, and I just couldn't put it down.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell me a bit about your favorite shows?
Well, I see that some of my shows on my list are on your list, but you did not mention them.
Yes, sir.
Let's see, like, for instance, Sons of Anarchy, which, again, we've talked about ad nauseum, so I won't mention it too much here, other than to say that it's a really good drama, and that the archetype of the show is based off Hamlet, which has always been my favorite Shakespeare play, so I really enjoyed that.
I don't think I've ever read Hamlet.
It's good. I mean, granted, now that you probably won't have to, it's not necessary, but, like, of all the Shakespeare crap that we had to read in high school, it was the only one I really cared for. Then Another one I see on your list is The Office. I'm assuming, like me, it's the American version, because
Yes.
the British version is fine, but like, I think because the American version was on longer, we got to know and love the characters more, which of course is going to result in us enjoying that one more.
That and the humor translates differently.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, certain episodes are almost exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, for the most part, the humor doesn't always hit the same way. And then, speaking of British shows, which they did make an American version of this, and it was like, literally, because I watched both, literally the American version was the exact same jokes and the exact same storylines with American people, and for whatever reason it was terrible, and maybe it's because it was also an MTV show, but The In-Betweeners, which I only recently discovered about, I want to say 2, maybe 3 years ago, but it's 3 seasons, but they're all like 6 episodes, so it's not very long, and then there's 2 movies. The first movie is really funny, the second one's okay, but it's also really like cringy, and not because it's
cringy.
not because it's bad, but like I feel like the second one was more cringy than funny, so it was a lot tougher to watch, and not like cringy because it's a bad show, but just cringy because I could see myself in some of those situations, and it just made me sad and sick.
Oh, like that pool scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Um.
I'm not going into detail.
Let's see, what else do I got here? I'm just gonna kind of run through the list. I'm sure a lot of people know most of these shows because a lot of them are more recent. But It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's an interesting show because everybody on that show is a terrible person, but it's so funny that like it doesn't matter that they're all terrible people, which is weird because usually I'm the type of person who, like, if you don't have any characters that are likable, then I usually don't like the show or movie, but it works out in Always Sunny in Philadelphia for whatever reason. Castle, I enjoy it mostly because I'm a huge fan of Nathan Fillion. He was on another show which is on my list, Firefly, which is just like a great sci-fi show. It's kind of like I wouldn't say it's like a modern day Star Trek, but it's kind of similar. They're kind of like cowboys in space, I guess you could say. And because I like Nathan Fillion, who is the main star on Firefly, I started to watch Castle, and I like Castle because it does do all the procedural stuff that a lot of cop shows do, where they have a guy they gotta catch every week, but most of the time the show didn't take itself seriously. So that was a nice twist to see, because usually like everybody's super serious, but he was always like making jokes about stuff and coming up with the most outlandish theories on like how a killer could be like a time traveling killer or like a werewolf or just the most retarded stuff, but it was all really funny. Also, Community is just one of those shows that, like, it starts off and it's kind of normal and it's okay and funny, but then, like, by episode 6 or 7, whichever the first season Halloween episode is, like, then shit just goes off the rails, and that's when it gets to be a really enjoyable show. And speaking of Community, it was created by one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty, which is the only reason why I started watching Rick and Morty in the first place. But yeah, Community's really good. Sorry. Got, lost my train of thought there. Also, there's, Chuck, which was a really enjoyable show. That show was, like, totally, run by the fans, not in the sense of, like, the stories or whatever, but, like, that show lasted for 5 years, and every year it was on the verge of cancellation, but the fans would always, like, you know, come out in droves and tell the channel that, you know, like, we love this show, don't cancel it or whatever, and it always made it past until the last season, which it was renewed for as a final season, so they knew going in that it was going to be the last one, so it didn't get canceled so much as they just decided to end it while they knew they could end it on their own terms.
I don't know much of or anything about Chuck. What is that about?
He's like he's just a regular guy. He works at the Buy More, which is like Best Buy, but they can't say Best Buy because then Best Buy would probably want money from them. But and he has his old college roommate who actually got him kicked out of college. Sends him this email that has all these government secrets hidden in it, and like it's like a video or whatever, and then all the government secrets get planted in his head, and then the file erases. So the only way of having those secrets is by bringing him in. And he works with the NSA and the CIA, I believe, are the two. It's two branches. I believe it's those two, but I could be wrong. It could be maybe FBI and CIA or something. But so he's like just this nerdy guy who gets caught up in all these ridiculous high drama espionage acts and stuff. It's a show that is mostly actiony and everything, but also it doesn't take itself seriously, so it's really funny. And then as the show goes along, like, the rest of his family finds out that he secretly is working for the government, and it's just funny to see him and his family, who are not at all equipped for that type of situation, to be in those situations. I'm just going to name off a couple, not really talk about them, just not because they're bad or anything, but I just, like, we've spent a lot of time on this, which I figured we'd spend some time on it, but not this much. House, House is great. He's a smart ass, that's why I love the show. Also, he's loosely based off Sherlock Holmes, Mm-hmm. He even, like, in the show, he lives at 221B whatever, and, Sherlock Holmes famously lives 221B Baker Street, so there's a lot of homages, and, obviously Holmes' house, they're very similar in that, and they're both assholes, which I love.
Me too.
Like you said, or we talked about The Office, sorry, My Name is Earl was another show, it was a weird plot, but it was really funny, and I just love Jason Lee, because he was in all those Kevin Smith movies, so, but I really enjoyed it, it's really funny, and then I've got two, and these are probably the most obvious two, but, Batman, The Adam West Show, because it's old school, but, like, it's intentionally funny, which is cool, and also, like, you don't realize it if you never watch it, but a lot of that stuff on that show wasn't in the comic book, so a lot of that was created for the show and is now part of the comic books, which I think is really cool, because then you kind of get to see the origin of certain characters and things. Mm-hmm. Like, I think the Batcave was in the comic books, but all the shit he has in the Batcave was not. That was all created for the show, and I think they introduced Batgirl in Batman the show before she was a character in the comic books, and some of the other, not the big villains, but some of the lesser villains were introduced first on the show. And then, of course, Batman the Animated Series. That is, like, to this day, the most perfect Batman, the closest to the comic books, and just, like, I can't say anything bad about Batman the Animated Series, and it's also where we first got Mark Hamill as the Joker, and he's, like, the quintessential Joker. Him and the guy who plays Batman is Kevin Conroy. Those two are, like, for a generation of people, those two are those characters, even though, we've seen good versions, like Heath Ledger was great, Jack Nicholson was okay, and hopefully Jared Leto's gonna be good, but
sure as fuck hope so.
We'll find out in a couple days.
Yes, we will.
And, Kevin Conroy is just perfect because he plays the character of Batman, where Batman is the real guy and Bruce Wayne is the mask, which not a lot of people play, even though that's really how the character is. So I love that. And then, Justified is another one. Great show. I just love, again, it's just, I started watching because I liked the main actor, Timothy Olyphant. Who's been in a lot of stuff. Some people might know him from Deadwood, or he wasn't. I don't know anybody who would know him from this other than like one guy, but he played Hitman in the first Hitman movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, it is. And he was also the main bad guy in, I think, Die Hard 4, the one that was sadly PG-13, but I've never seen the PG-13 version because luckily they put an unrated version on video, and that's the only one I've ever watched.
Such a bad kid.
And he was in a lot of other stuff too, but those are the things that just come to mind right off the top of my head. But he's great on that show, and the main antagonist of the show is played by a guy named Walton Goggins, who's also really great. Couple animated shows, other than Futurama, which we've talked about. South Park. It's I know you're like, which is weird because you're the only person I know, and you're like the only person I know who said it. Not necessarily the only person who doesn't like it, but the only person I know who's ever told me they don't like South Park. Which you know, like. I kind of get it, especially like if you start with the first couple seasons. Like I watched those because at the time those were the only episodes. But now, like, if you watch a more recent episode, especially this last season that was on last year, it's like it's crazy. They've been going for almost 20 years, and like they're still hilarious. And the season in particular was like really great, and it was perfect. Just taking down all the PC and everything. It was really funny.
Maybe we'll watch some of it tonight.
If you want to. And then The Simpsons. This is a show that like I love. I haven't watched like more recent seasons, but like the older stuff. And I'm not saying the more recent seasons are bad because everybody says, "Oh, it used to be great, but it's not anymore." I've seen episodes here and there, and they're still pretty good. I mean, I think just 2 years ago they did a crossover with Futurama, which was really funny. So you know that show's still great. I still quote episodes that I haven't seen since I was a child, and it's just so funny. And there's so much good stuff. And even when we went to New York, when my family went to New York a couple years, we quoted the episode where the Simpsons go to New York pretty much every day we were there. It was hilarious. And that show, obviously, it's strong and it's funny because it's been on for like as long as I've been alive. It started the year before I was born. And yeah, it's original. It's original, like because South Park a little bit and Family Guy like 90%, like gets not necessarily like gets its sense of humor and like certain things from that show. So obviously it's like a and even the Family Guy people have admitted that they kind of rip the Simpsons off from time to time. So obviously they know what they're doing. I'm going to say my two very favorite shows for last. I got a couple more here. These are shows that are just on right now still, that like just always bring me joy. One is Impractical Jokers. It's a, you know what it is. I've made you watch it, and pretty much anytime I hang out with people, if it's on TV or if I happen to have the DVD with me, I make people watch it. But it's just so funny because it's just a couple guys, and they like their hidden camera, and they just have to do. It's kind of like Jackass without the
brutality,
hurting each other. They just want to embarrass each other. They don't want to like get anybody physically harmed.
Not yet.
And it's just really funny. Like there's not, even if it's an episode I've seen a bunch, like it always makes me laugh, and it always just cheers me up if I'm having a crappy day. And then another one that always makes me happy is The Flash. I like the character, but like I surprisingly from like watching the show, I knew more about him than I realized. But he's quickly from watching that show, he's risen to like my top favorite heroes have always been Batman, and then right underneath that Spider-Man. But I think like with this show, The Flash is now my second favorite character. Batman's always going to be number one, but I think
who's Batman?
Bruce Wayne.
I thought.
Uh,
I don't know.
but anyway, and then my 2 top all-time favorite shows, which number 1 will never change. Number 2 will probably always be on the list, but might not always stay at number 2. Is and this is the show that I mentioned last week. I've been thinking about starting from the beginning lately. Is Lost.
Jesus, it's gonna be a journey.
That's all it is, man. It's a journey. But it's really enjoyable, and like I remember when I watched it, a lot of people were like mad because they didn't feel like they got all the answers. But I watched all of it. I watched I think the first 4 seasons, and then I watched the last 2 as they aired on TV. But then after it ended, I watched all of it like over the course of like 2 months. I watched all 6 seasons, and all my questions were answered. I mean, some of the answers weren't the best, but they were all answered. And I just really love the characters and everything, so I really enjoyed that one. And then my number 1 show, which anybody who knows me already knows this, is Scrubs. It's just, I don't know, like, I honestly could say so much about it because I love it so much. My cousin introduced it to me one year when I went and visited him in California, and I've just been in love with it ever since. In fact, me and that same cousin are talking about starting a Scrubs podcast, because Kevin Smith has one about Frasier where him and Matt Myra, who's a comedian and a comedy writer, watch 2 episodes of Frasier a week, and then they talk about it, and any reason I can get to watch Scrubs again, I'll take, so I'm totally, once we get this podcast thing figured out, I'm definitely going to figure out how to Skype it and do that with my cousin, because I love that show so much, and that's another one of those shows that, like, anytime I'm having a bad day, I just put it on, and automatically I feel better. And that's it. So that was quite a journey. I did not expect it to take that long, but I also, I initially was only going to mention like 2 or 3, but then I saw your list and felt I had to add some more.
Well, if you notice, I didn't actually.
Yeah, I did notice there were a
them.
few that you didn't mention.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I mentioned last week that I was going to bring something fun. I had one idea, which hopefully is going to be what we end on, but first I came up with something the other day that is going to be fun for everybody but me. So we're going to do it anyway.
I'd also like to point out that I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, I was going to say...
I know what it is, but I don't know any deets.
I was going to say, I haven't told you a lot about this because I thought it would be better to get your genuine reaction here rather than you already know. Because if I had already told it to you, then you would, your reaction, you might come up with a better, like, thing to make fun of me as, but you're laughing at how bad it is or how stupid it is or whatever wouldn't be as genuine. Whereas now, hearing it for the first time, it will be. So, this is something I told you the other day, and I think that's the first time I told you. I might have mentioned it once before, but I haven't talked about this a lot because I haven't thought about it a lot. But when I was like when I was a teenager and a preteen, my 2 favorite people were Eminem and Will Smith. So I wanted to be a rapper like Eminem because I thought Will Smith's raps were kind of weak. And I wanted to be an actor like Will Smith. And also, he was a rapper too, but I wanted to be more like an Eminem type rapper than Will Smith. Why?
Because he's white?
Also, he's hardcore, whereas Will Smith is like, "Hey, Miami, na 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 na." It's not like badass like Eminem was, and like that was my thinking as a younger child. Now I just think of it as, like Will Smith just had a better life. So
exactly.
But anyway, so unfortunately, I couldn't find my rap songs. There's this first one here is a rap song. The rest are rock songs. We're only going to do a couple. I wanted to do like 3, but I think maybe only 2, depending on how quickly we go through this, because we already spent more time on TV shows than I thought. But I dug up some old songs that I wrote. Other than like reading the first couple lines of this first one, I haven't looked at these in at least 10 years. Aaron, like he said, he's never seen it. He doesn't know anything about this. So this is somewhat new to me, and it's totally new to Aaron. I encourage you, like, if you have something to say, just stop me and say it.
Let's see if we can get you to the top of the charts.
Yeah. So yeah, here we go. This first one is a rap song. Like I said, I want to find the other rap songs because it's all gonna be bad, but I know the rap songs are even gonna be worse than the rock songs. So this first one is called "Poet."
Do I need to drop a beat for you, man?
No, it's okay. I'll freeze. I'll not. I'm not gonna I'm gonna read it. I'm not gonna like try and perform it or anything.
Oh, man, come on, let's go acapella.
Just because, like, if I had read it beforehand and I knew, like, I could probably remember the beat I had in my head when I wrote it. But yeah, this is embarrassing enough, so I'm just gonna read it so we can move on. All right. So, like I said, this first one is called "Poet." Yo, I'm a poet, and I want all of you to know it. I'm the best.
That's original.
I'm the best around. Ask Edgar Allan Poe. Even he knows I ain't got. Damn it, I read it wrong. Sorry. He even knows he ain't got shit on me. It's plain to see I'm the greatest MC. And then this is the chorus. I write my own rhymes. I do it all the times. No one can do it better. If you try, I'll put you in the shredder. 'Cause I'm a lyricist and a poet, and it's great that I get to show it. Verse 1. Oh no, here I go again, talking shit about you and your friends. I don't know who you and your friends is, but I'm talking shit about them, apparently. My poetry is a flowetry of my words in my life. Sometimes my poetry will cause strife. Most of the time it goes off without a hitch, but when it doesn't, I don't whine like a bitch. You know why? Because... And then it goes into the chorus. Okay, you have something to say.
Keep going.
Oh, okay. I thought you said pause. So okay. So then it goes into the chorus. I'm not gonna read the chorus again. Fuck it, I will. It won't take that much time. I write my own rhymes. I do it all the time. So no one can do it better. If you try, I'll put you in the shredder. 'Cause I'm a lyricist and a poet, and it's great that I get to show it. Verse 2. I'm famous and rich and hot. God, when did I ever think I was hot? The reason you don't have this stuff is 'cause you're not. Hey, I wrote this way before that fucking "This is why I'm hot." They should pay me money, man.
I don't think there's a copyright on that.
But there is only one way to get what I got. You gotta have the realest and illest shots. You need to have great rhymes. You need to work at it all the time, even if it means sucking on limes? Whatever that means. I'm telling you this for one reason, 'cause I like to see others succeed and get this buzz. And then one more time with the chorus. I write my own rhymes. I do it all the times. No one can do it better. If you try, I'll put you in the shredder. 'Cause I'm a lyricist and a poet, and it's great that I get to show it. And then that would be the end.
You know it, clap your hands.
I'm not gonna lie. Most of that is terrible, but I love that I rhyme better in shredder.
My favorite part was about the limes. I feel like that was a euphemism for balls.
I don't know what it was. I think it's just because it rhymed. Like, it's that one where, like, that's why I had trouble reading it, because, like, I just forced it in there.
Gotta have the realist and illest shot. Oh, God damn it.
I am a poet, apparently. Or was.
Where are you on the dictionary?
No, that was all off the top of my head, man. Alright. This next song, that didn't take too long. Maybe we'll do 3. This next song is called Wasting Time, and it's a rock song.
Oh, shit.
And remember, I was only like 14 or 15 when I wrote these, so this very first line, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but here we go. I love my life. I love my wife. I was 14. I don't have a fucking wife. Like, what the
Or
fuck?
life.
I love what I do. I love making music for all of you. But still I feel that something is wrong. Maybe I can figure it out by writing, or by the end of this song. And then here we go, chorus. All my life I felt like I was made for a different purpose, but I couldn't figure it out because I didn't look beyond the surface. Oh. I've just been wasting time. Now it's time to get back in line. My life may be strange, but everything is about to change. And verse 1. I've realized what I've got to do. Oh, that didn't take long. I need to get out and share my views with you. If I don't, then I'll be screwed and maybe even end up being sued. I don't know. I try to help everyone I can. That's not true at all. I was like 14, 15. I can't do everything because I'm just one man. But that's okay. I've tried my best. I did a lot better than the rest. And then back into the chorus. All my life I felt that I was made for a different purpose. But I couldn't figure it out because I didn't look beyond the surface. I've just been wasting time. Now it's time to get back in line. My life may be strange, but everything is about to change. Now, verse 2. I didn't want to waste time, but I did. I tried not to, but I was just a kid. Still, I should have known better. Now I'll end up kicking myself in the header. Oh my god, this is way worse than I thought. I can't change what happened, but I can change what's to come. The only way it won't change if I continue to act dumb. I won't, that's a guarantee. To anyone I upset or offend, I'm sorry. And then one more time with the chorus. All my life I felt that I was made for a different purpose, but I couldn't figure it out because I didn't look beyond the surface. I've just been wasting time. Now it's time to get back in line. My life may be strange, but everything is about to change. Ooh, this one's...
Did it?
Yeah, but not necessarily for the better. This one must be deep. It's called Without You. It's a rock song.
Oh, God.
Another rock song. Intro. You're the reason I'm here today, so how can you say that I don't love you anymore or even care? You know that shit is just unfair. Alright, and here's the chorus. Without you, I would not live. Without you, I wouldn't have my kids. Again, I was like 15. What the fuck am I talking about? I love you. I will love you forever. There won't be a day when I say never. I'll be there through thick and thin, even if I have to do it all over again. Verse 1. There isn't a damn thing I would change, even though some of what I did was deranged. I loved every second of my life, especially the time with you. I don't care about any of the shit you put me through. Like I said, I wouldn't change a fucking thing, because it wasn't worth it without you, darling. I will apologize to you for... Hey, it rhymes. That's my only possible excuse, is that it rhymed. I will apologize to you for what I did. I don't know what I did, because I didn't do anything. None of this is real. It makes no sense. No doubt, but it was really stupid shit. And then back to the chorus. Without you, I would not live. Without you, I wouldn't have my kids. I love you. I will love you forever. There won't be a day when I say never. I'll be there through thick and thin, even if I have to do it all over again. Verse 2. You broke my heart. How could you do this to me? I thought you and I were meant to be. I guess not, 'cause you took... Oh, God. I guess not, because you took the gun and pulled the trigger. That escalated quickly. Every time I changed things, I just made my grave bigger. I love you more than life itself, and you put my heart on the shelf. You left me there to die, but still I try. Maybe I'll never learn, so you can continue all your concern. And then, one last time with the chorus. Without you, I would not live. Without you, I wouldn't have my kids. I love you forever. Fuck, I lost my place. Damn it. I love you, and I will love you forever. There won't be a day when I say never. I'll be there through thick and thin, even if I have to do it all over again. Alright, I'm having fun. One more, and then that's it. But I have like a shit ton of these, so this is gonna be something we get this is a gold mine. This is a fucking jackpot of show we got right here with this. But alright. Here's one. It's another rock song, and it's called Authority. I'm sorry to say I don't respect authority, nor do I agree with the majority. I just don't care about them like I should, because I feel they don't do as well as they could. Alright, and this is the chorus. If they would have done their jobs right, then my dad would still be alive tonight. Oh shit. Wow. I did not expect this at all. Fuck the cops, they screwed me over. The cops didn't have anything to do with that. Whatever. My disrespect for them will never blow over, I'm sorry. What they did was so damn wrong. The only way I could get back at them is by writing this song. Verse 1. If not for them, I wouldn't have as much sorrow. Oh well, better luck tomorrow. Even if they were doing their jobs, they didn't have to be assholes and slobs. I can't express how much they let me down, but I'm still around, and I'll remind them all the time. Even with just... I like to rhyme time and rhyme, it appears. Even with just a simple little rhyme. And then back to the chorus. If they would have done their jobs right, then my dad would still be alive tonight. Fuck the cops, they screwed me over. My disrespect for them will never blow over. What they did was so damn wrong. The only way I could get back at them is by writing this song. Verse 2. I almost lost my dreams and hopes, but I was like, fuck nopes. Could you imagine if it was all gone? It would feel so bad. I would be so sad. I want to thank all you fans. I love all of you mans. God. Mans. Oh, this is worst. Mans. You guys gave me all my inspiration. You're all a great sensation. And one more time with the chorus. If they would have done their jobs right, then my dad would still be alive tonight. Fuck the cops, they screwed me over. My disrespect for them will never blow over. What they did was so damn wrong. The only way I could get back at them is by writing this song. Right on. Yeah.
Love all you mans.
Yeah. That fucking got real with about my dad and shit. I did not expect that one at all. But yeah, in case, anybody who doesn't know, which would be people listening on Aaron's side, because everybody on my side knows, I believe, my dad died when I was really young. Like 8 years old, to be exact. And I guess I was angry at the cops, even though the cops had nothing to do with it. I guess I just didn't understand where my anger needed to be directed at that time. And then I just, for some reason, have Good Riddance. Apparently I was going to remake the Green Day song, Good Riddance.
Oh, fuck.
That would have been interesting. Could you grab my yearbook?
Yeah.
So, it's August 1st, Aaron, which means we're only a few short, sad weeks away from back to school.
You shut your fucking mouth.
But I thought, this was last week when I said I had something fun, I wanted to read these, but then I remembered about all the rhyming I did back in high school, and I was like, shit, I gotta read some of that. But so, my initial idea was I wanted to read from my high school yearbook, because I heard on another podcast somebody read from their high school yearbook, and it was just so damn funny. Like, they just stopped and talked about it, and it was just so funny. So that's the goal here. I only have my senior year high school yearbook, but it's really the only one that matters, because that was when I had the most friends and everything anyway. But yeah, so here we go. Chime in at any time, again, just like with the other stuff. I will protect the innocent and not say their names. I'll say first names, I won't say last names.
I'll say both.
But here we go. This will be fun for some, and then others not so much. But I don't know. It's anyway. All right. So here's the first one. Hey, Brad. So
That is included.
yes, it is. You're crazy, and that's all I got to say about that. And then she puts the ellipsis. LOL, JK, you're hilarious, and I had fun getting to know you this year. Have an amazing summer, and good luck with life. Haha, bye, Brad. Laura H.
Oh, it's an H? I thought that was an N. I
It's
thought
an
that was
H.
like Nubnor. That's what it fucking looks like.
Well,
Anyways.
yeah. After I just said we weren't going to say full names.
Yo, you said you weren't going to say full names.
All right, here's this one. Somebody just signed their name, which I fucking hated when people just sign their names. It's like, say something. Even if it's something as lame as like, have a summery summer. At least that's something. Here's one that's, you know, at least they said something. Have a good college life. I can't read the name though. Justin. It's J something. JJ. J. Jonah Jameson, maybe.
What up, JJ?
Probably not. Here's one. You're funny, man. Funny. Enjoyed ya. They didn't sign their name, though. And then this one says, have a great summer, class of 2008. And I can't read their name. But anyway, that's the part after summer right there.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's not really worth it. Because like
It's
I
like
said, I
Hodgkins.
don't want to read names really anyway. At least not last names, I mean. Brad, you're so freaking awesome, and your gory humor cracks me up. Love ya, Christina S. Good luck with college, is in parentheses. Yeah, I really, and I still do, but back in high school, like, I always, like, because I was in drama and everything, I always wanted to add blood and guts and gore to all our stuff. But she said, love ya, because as we all know, ya is the universal language of, I'm not gonna fuck ya. It just means, you know, like, that's the way you say you love a friend, is love ya. But anyway, here's one. And this guy is one of the whitest people I knew at my high school.
Don't say that.
And he starts it off by putting the N-word. I will not say the word. I will just say N-word. And it said, I loved hearing all your stories in first hour. I'm gonna miss your classy racism. Which I was never racist. I don't get it. It says, hit me up this summer so we can kick it. Sean. He didn't leave his last name, but I know exactly who this is.
Did you ever kick it?
No. I tried once, because he actually moved out to California, like, a year after I did. I tried once, and he, like, blew me off, and I was like, whatever. Anyway. I'm going all over the place. I should probably have a more accurate thing. Brad, I enjoyed having you in class. I wish you the best and hope you become successful in life. And that name I can't read. It looks like J. Lopez. So, thank you, J. Lopez.
It really fucking does.
Okay. Brad, this is from a girl. It doesn't say her last name, but I believe this is a girl I had a crush on.
I can't believe we're not butter.
Anyway. Brad, can't believe we're seniors of 08. Why? Like, we knew that, like, for a while we were going to be seniors of 08. Graduating in less than 3 weeks. I'm going to miss your thoughts on Short Notes. Short Notes was the school news, and Thoughts was just, like, whatever. It was, like, you know, everything else was, like, sports and news and whatever. Thoughts was just, you know, you just tried to do something funny to make the news watchable, and I was on there most of the time, just because it was the only thing that I liked to do in that class was make jokes on there. Anyway, have an awesome summer, dude. Kayla. Hey, Brad. It was great knowing you. You're funny. Smiley face. Elizabeth S. Brad. Smiley face. It's been awesome having you. They spelt having wrong. In fifth hour, competitive theater won't be the same without you next year. Sad face. I'm gonna miss your violentness. I don't think that's a word, but I love it. And then another smiley face after violentness. Ashley S. Alright. Brad, it was good getting to know you, man. You have good sense of humor. You have bad sense of English. Have a good future in whatever you do, Chase B. That guy I hated, like, until senior year, and I don't know if I just opened up more or if he got less of a douche, but he was really cool senior year. Anyway, this guy is one of my best friends from high school, and it's, "What are you doing, Skinny?" That was a running gag we had from a TV show that we used to watch. Anyway, woohoo! Seniors! Oh, wait! Like, a lot of people do that, and, like, it's like, I know. Like, I guess it's better than just signing your name, though. Anyway, don't have too much fun without me when I move, Cody W. I love that guy, but we haven't really talked much. It's a little sad. But anyway, Brad, thanks for all the laughs, man. You're really funny. Good luck at life, Michael B.
Because you at life.
Yeah. Here's another one from one of my best friends, and I will say his last name because we're still good friends to this day, and also he's probably not listening. It starts off, horse shit, holy shit, dude! It's the end of our senior year. Hails to the yeah. Hope you have a good summer. Good luck, Derek Wilson. And then this is my favorite part. He added, AKA Big Sexy. I fucking love that he signed that in the yearbook. It was so funny to me. Good luck with life. I had a great time with you in competitive theater. Nicole S. What's good, Brad, man? It's been real. I hope you succeed in life and have a good summer. Travis S, a.k.a. T-Money. That kid was real cool. Anyway.
T-Money.
Yeah, he wanted to be a rapper. I don't know if it ever worked out for him. I hope so, though, because he was a good dude. B-Rad. Yeah, that was a thing. I have one friend who still calls me B-Rad, but other than that, I haven't heard that in a long time. Anyway, hope you have an awesome summer and junk. Austin B. Brad, I wish you the very best always. Love. Oh, this was from my teacher. Love, Sally George.
Brown noses.
I don't know. She was just the drama teacher, and so that was the class I enjoyed most. So, all right. This was another girl, and this is going to be a recurring thing. Another girl I had a crush on, and actually went on one date with her. I thought it went well, but and obviously went okay enough because we still talked, but we never went on another date, so it didn't go great. But anyway,
oh, look, you're a poet.
It was tons of fun in competitive theater with you. Parentheses, even though the actual class kind of sucked, end parentheses. You are hilarious. You kept me laughing all year, yeah, because I thought if I kept her laughing that I'd get in her pants. Clearly it didn't work.
That's so gross.
Good luck with whatever you do. Dude, I was like the horniest, and I know all teenagers are horny, but I was the horniest teenager ever. It was ridiculous. Anyway, good luck with whatever you do. Heart, Megan R. And then this is from another one of my best friends. He spelt it wrong, but it's okay. He called me, in high school, he called me One Piece, because I would always only bring one piece of gum to school. That way nobody else could ask for gum from me. Because, you know, like, once you pull out the gum, fucking, they come like vultures. They're like, can I get a piece of that? So I would only bring one piece, so I could, whenever they asked, I'd be like, sorry, man, that was my only piece. And he puts hola pinches, which is from Anchorman. He's Mexican though, so like, but I'm more Mexican than he. He's like the whitest Mexican guy you'll ever meet. Anyway, what's up, man? We're seniors. I hope everything goes well and you and me stay contacted. Have a good summer. Filthy. He spelled filthy wrong too, which is his nickname. He should know better. Filthy Lopez, aka Eric Siniceros. I love that my friends signed also with their nicknames. And then we have a picture from Kim Ortiz. She was another one of my really good friends. She was the girl that I was interested in for the majority of the second half of senior year. And we got really close, but unfortunately nothing ever happened with her. But she's kind of my great white buffalo, if you will. And also, unfortunately, because I was so interested in her, I didn't realize that somebody else was interested in me.
Ooh, should I say the name?
No.
What if I do?
Nope, don't say anything.
I'm gonna do it.
No,
I'm gonna do
no,
it.
everybody who needs to know about that already knows. So let's just leave it at that.
I don't know about everybody. Speaking of.
Just drop it, please. Alright, this one was not signed by anybody, but it says, "Alright, it has been a long year of laughs. I'm going to miss your hilarious jokes and stories. Well, we will not be hearing Miss George scream and holler at us anymore. Have an amazing summer. See you around." I can't see you around if you don't even say your damn name. Anyway. "Hey Brad, class has been fun. Have a fun, safe summer. Later, Stoff." And he put his number, 33, which I guess I'm gonna get to it. I really don't want to, though, but you won't let me not, so I'll get there. Anyway, "Brad, it's been fun in Spanish with you. You're a funny guy. Good luck, Christopher Dyer." Oh, fuck, I wasn't supposed to say his name.
Hey, Chris.
Sorry.
Mr. Dyer.
"Brad, it has been a blast having you in class. You're a great guy. Don't forget to call me for your movie." Oh yeah, I was gonna do a movie. God, all the fucking stupid shit I wrote in senior year of high school, and I started writing that movie, but I never finished, and fuck, I wish I would have. Anyway, Brittany T, senior 2008. "Brad, I had a great time with you in class. You are crazy ass hell." I'm sure, I don't know if she meant to say you are a crazy ass, or if, I'm assuming she meant to say you are crazy as hell, but it's clearly spelled ASS here on the paper. "Hope all your dreams come true, Sonia M." That's very nice of her. Alright, and then this person went against the grain and put it upside down. And also drew a nice thing, which is cool, but at the same time takes up a lot of prime real estate. Anyway, "Brad, finally graduating. Yes, you're a really cool, funny guy. Don't change for nobody. Of course you won't. I wish you the best of luck in any and everything you do. You take care. Heart always and forever, Leanne M." Huh. Interesting. Anyway, I'll go back to that other one. Don't give me that look. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. And then here's one from Matt J. All he did was draw the fucking Confederate flag.
What a dickhole.
Jesus Christ. He was a dickhole. Like, that withstanding, he was a dickhole. "Brad, it's been fun having first hour together. Have a fun graduation. Jonathan B." "Hey Brad, it's been so fun having you around. I remember the first day I met you, I was picking on your crazy ass. LOL. Well, I hope you have a great life. See you soon, hopefully. Heart, Laura H." Yeah. Oh, here's another upside down one. "Hey Brad, I am glad that I got to meet you my last year. You make my last year so much fun. You're a good actor. Heart, Sherelle Harris, class of 08.
You just said the last name.
Fuck. Damn it. I'm not good at this. I apologize.
It's okay.
Both of those two girls were black girls, and I was friends with every black girl in high school, and I didn't get it because, as everybody knows, I'm pretty lame. but it was because one of the black girls had a crush on me, and I didn't realize it for a while. But yeah, so I was friends with all the black girls. I just think that that's a nice piece of information. Anyway,
Oh wow, Brad's suddenly not racist.
I didn't say it wasn't racist.
You got a Confederate flag in your
I
book.
don't. I didn't do it, damn it. Anyway, Brad, hey chump. I had such an awesome year with you. She never called me chump, but she wrote it as if she called it to me all the time. Weird. Anyway, I'm glad that you opened up this year. I did. Senior year, I was like, fuck it, I'm leaving. So I just fucking talked to everybody and did so much stupid shit that I wouldn't have done otherwise. You're such a unique guy. That is very true. I don't agree with what a lot of people say about me, but that I 100% agree with. That personality of yours is going to take you places. I hope so. I hope you accomplish everything you pursue. Best of luck and keep in touch. Heart always. I'm getting a lot of heart always. Rachel B.
Playa.
And then here's one. It just says, sweet. And then it's somebody W.
CW.
CW. Apparently I was friends with the network that does the Flash and Arrow. Maybe that's why I like those shows so much. Brad, it was great having you in class this last year. You're so funny, and I wish you well after graduation. LOL, Roxy. Round. Hey, dude, I totally own this page. Haha, she's writing that because she wrote sideways like a weirdo. It was great having you in competitive theater. You make it hilarious, but that's not whatever it is. It's spelled wrong.
It's like Mac.
Make. Yeah, it looks like Mac. Whatever. Have an awesome summer. Heart, Megan.
How did some of these people graduate?
Hey, the fucking doctors graduate. Okay, you can have shit handwriting. Just
handwriting, yes.
Yeah, but she had bad spelling. That's my bad. I apologize. Oh shit! I totally missed this one. Brad, it's always been interesting in Spanish class. That year, I made life hell for that woman, but she loved me, so it worked out. In Spanish class the last few years, I'll miss your stupid stories. Heart ya, Bailey. Again with the,
B-Rad.
Brad. Oh, yeah, B-Rad. This year has been wild. I mean, we have had good times and bad times, but this family, I think, has definitely gotten close. Laura. I don't know what this last part is. It looks like two people signed it, but I think I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyway, one of them was Bradley C., who I still know. He was, I think, the first gay guy I ever met. Anyway.
Now he's on to more important gays.
Yeah. Sup, Brad. 6th hour was cool with you in class. Have fun and be safe, Stewie. Nice. Brad, it's been fun having you in Spanish. Take care and have fun after graduation. Daniel H. I'm looking for my favorite one that I showed you the other day, and I can't find it anywhere. Oh, okay, I found it. Never mind.
Right there?
Shut up. We'll get to that. Made me lose my place. Brad, it was fun in Spanish. Matthew C. Brad, thanks for all the fun this year in class. I hope you follow your dreams. Aaron somebody.
Not me.
Not you. Hey, Brad, had lots of fun with you in Espanol. Best of luck with those boars. Alyssa, you. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. I must have made some boar jokes at some time. Which, classic boar comedy. Anyway, here's another girl I had a crush on. This one, I still think about from time to time, which is weird. Anyway, I've revealed too much. Brad, I'm so glad I had journalism with you.
Fucking weird.
I'm so glad I had journalism with you. You're freaking awesome, Julianne. And then I gotta save these two because they're my favorite and they're so fucking funny. And then here's another one. Somebody just signed their name. Matthew James R. Brad, enjoyed having you in my classes and getting to know you better. You're such a cool dude. Good luck, Dallas W. Brad, I hope you have a great summer. Rigo L. Alright, and this one was from the girl I mentioned earlier who drew the picture for me, who I had a big thing for the last half of my senior year. And also, she drew another picture. It's her and a cat eating Pocky.
What a weeaboo.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. To my BFF, LOL. You was one super crazy, sexy, cool friend. That was a thing that I would always say to her. I wouldn't call her it, but I would say it, because I thought it was funny saying super crazy, sexy, cool. And I counted it as such a victory that she wrote it in my yearbook. Anyway, and I'm gonna miss you tons, cause you was like my left butt cheek. Cause if I didn't have that, then I would be just a freak. LOL. Good God. Well, have a super cool summer fool. XOXO plus a kick in the nuts, Kimmy. P.S. A kick in the nuts, but with love. LOL. Yeah, that girl.
Oh, God.
Anyway. Sorry, off topic. And then here's one. N-word, you funny. You funny as hell from a black guy. I want to believe that it was really from a black guy, but I honestly have no idea. So,
yeah, they didn't put their name.
Either way, it's hilarious to me. Oh, maybe it goes with this one. I didn't even think about that, because he is a black guy. Maybe they go together. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. Alright, and here's my favorite one, although that was a close second. Tu pene es muy grande, pero no en realidad. I love you. And for those of you who don't speak, he ends it with mas puto, and then Jordan H. For those of you who don't speak Spanish,
penis is very big,
yes, but not really. That's what it translates to. Alright, and now the last one, and I'm only reading this. I'm reading this under great protest, but I know Aaron won't let me get away with not reading it.
It's in your book.
I know, but this one's tough, because it's...
Because why?
You know why. I'm not going to say it. Even though she's not listening.
I'm going to make her listen.
No. Anyway, okay. Hey Brad, so we've had quite a journey this year, between all your crushes and mine, hint hint. The ups and downs, I still love you always. I'm sure you'll never forget how I annoyed you for a whole year to say one word. And what's funny about this is two things. One, this is not one word, and two, this is not the right thing that she used to bug me to say. It says, holy crap, but she wanted me to say holy cow. And in a British voice, LOL. So what she asked me to do always, she'd want me to say, and I would do it almost always. Not always, but most of the time. Anyway, it would be holy cow. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I can't believe all the fun times we've had at lunch, even though I'm always doing homework. She was, she would always, chime in at the weirdest part of our conversations, but she was and still is, one of my best friends, and she's, the one that I would call bestie. I have called her bestie, and it doesn't seem to bother her, so I guess that's good. Anyway, see, look, she even says, I still listen, and then she puts a tongue face. It's unbelievable that we've made it this far. I know you will do a great job in the future, so good luck. Love you, and always remember, me, Kim, Derek, Eric, Cody, and even the annoying one, Kendall. I'm gonna forget our friends? What? That's such a weird thing to add. And don't remember the people you hung out with every fucking day. She can't listen now. I'm making fun of her. That would be terrible. Anyway, stay in touch, and we have. love, and I'm not going to say her name.
Can I?
No.
What if I do?
Don't do it.
Because I know it.
Oh, wait, baby. It was how that ended, and nothing else. She didn't sign her name. She signed anonymous.
No, she didn't. She signed her name.
But I will say...
Her name?
No, I will not say her name. What I will say, though, is I found out she had a crush on me recently. I found out she had a crush on me in high school, but I only found out recently. But after fucking reading that, like, it's clear as day. Like, even me, fucking Captain Oblivious, could tell that she had a major thing for me. And she said, love you, whereas, like, everybody else said, love ya. So, clearly, you know. Again, we didn't even fucking talk about it. Wonder Woman and Justice League trailers were fucking awesome.
Yes.
Go watch them. Like, even, like, I'll say these two things real quick. Because I was mad that we didn't mention it last week when we talked about Comic-Con, because the trailers were put up during Comic-Con. But, go watch them because they're awesome. But Wonder Woman, I'm just so fucking happy about her lasso. It was awesome, and it glowed when she was using it, which was awesome. And I'm so happy that there's actually a brightness to the color in her uniform for once.
They started using cheer.
And Justice League trailer was really cool. Everybody looked awesome. Aquaman had a cool thing. Flash had a really cool moment. And it looks like it's actually going to be fun. Like, literally, that 2.5-minute trailer was more fun and funnier than the entire 2.5-hour Batman v Superman movie. And I enjoyed the movie, especially I fucking love Batman fighting Superman. But,
they should at least watch it for the Jason Momoa eye candy.
yeah, he was good.
Good
I know I've had reservations about him, but I think that I will take those back.
Yeah.
Because he looked great, and I just meant like he looked like fucking he could kick some ass.
Kick my ass. Into bed.
All right. Just because I haven't had enough torture, I want to do one more song, and then we'll wrap it up. Unless you have anything. Do you have anything to add? You, other than you...
I can say your name.
No. Other than that, do you have anything?
I can say her initials. A.
You could say her initials. Her initials are TC. Like I said, everybody other than her knows, so it's not a big secret. I just, on the off chance that her or... because I have some of her family members on my Facebook. On the off chance that any of them listen, I don't want...
or I coax them
I
to
don't
listen.
want it to be out. Because if she's going to find out, I don't want it to be this way. Anyway. So, last song is another rock song. It's called 6 Feet Under. Here's the intro. I've got so much shit on my mind, I can't get it all down. I hope I get it down before I'm under the ground. Life as I know it will soon cease to exist because I'm about to create some serious turbulence. Oh my god, I'm the worst. Chorus. 6 feet may not seem like much to us, but what about when we're beneath the Earth's crust? My life is taking a new direction, and it's too late to make an objection. So all I can say is goodbye to my old life, goodbye to all those who caused me strife. Verse 1, because I finally got exactly what I want, finally I get to flaunt. It's time to show what I'm made of. It's time to show all my old friends love. Aww.
Okay.
Time's up. It's over now. Oh shit, that happened quick. The clock's run out. Oh shit, I totally stole that from Eminem.
You
Time's
did?
up. Oh, it's over now. The clock's run out. For the old me and my old life and my old ways. It's even run out for the good old days.
So the money they owe you from that previous song Just give it to Eminem.
Yeah, I was just gonna go to Eminem. Anyway, 6 feet may not seem like much to us, but what about when we're beneath the Earth's crust? My life is taking a new direction, and it's too late to make an objection. So all I can say is goodbye to my old life, goodbye to all those who caused me strife. Verse 2, where did my life go? Man, I don't know. It's all gone, no point in trying to find it, 'cause I tried and I just got blinded. Oh, I hate myself so much. Oh well, my new life is gonna kick off, and I'm gonna prove that I'm tough. That's a weak rhyme. I'm still gonna miss all I left behind. Maybe one day I'll get out of this grind. 6 feet may not seem like much to us, but what about when we're beneath the Earth's crust? My life is taking a new direction, and it's too late to make an objection. So all I can say is goodbye to my old life, goodbye to all those who caused me strife.
I'm a little disappointed.
In?
No weak knees, no spaghetti.
No vomit on the sweater already?
Right?
Well, if I took the whole thing, then I could get sued. And like we learned in that other song, if I got sued, I'd be screwed. Oh, this is fun. Like, I legitimately, it's terrible, and I hate every single one of those songs that I wrote, but at the same time, it's so funny. I honestly think this is going to be our funniest episode yet. And I'm totally going to title it.
The longest.
Yeah. I almost, for a second, if you had more to say, I was going to be like, let's keep going, and then I'll just split it in half, but I don't think we have that much time. But I don't know which one yet, but I'm going to title this episode after one of the songs I wrote. Anyway, I hope everybody else enjoyed it. I sure as shit did. And feel free to give me shit, because that is, if I wasn't okay with it, I wouldn't have put it out here.
Please give him shit.
And I guess that's it. You don't have anything else to say?
Not really. If you have any favorite shows that we didn't mention, why don't you pop them on down and send us an email or comment on our YouTube video.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
That'd be awesome. Oh, and by the way, this video will have a special new logo created by my friend Ricky's sister. Her name's Sami. I wish I had remembered to write her name down. I'll put it in I'll put it on the video. Because I can't remember her name, and I apologize. But thank you so much, because it's awesome. And to anybody else who's drawing or has drawn a logo, fucking send it my way. I'll put them all on the page. I want, whatever logos I can get, I'll take, because I'm interested in everything. Because, I had 5 or 6 people offer. So, thank you to everybody who offered, and, send them to me when they're ready. Send them to my Facebook page or the show's Facebook page, either way. And thank you for sticking with this episode. Like Aaron said, it is our longest, but I think if you had as much fun as we did, I don't think that'll have been a problem. So remember, twitter.com/MoroseProject, facebook.com/MoroseProject,
or email.
Email us. You can just click it on the Facebook page, or if for whatever reason you can't or don't want to do it that way, it's moroseproject69
because we're children
at gmail.com. And I guess that's it for this week. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll be back next week with I don't want to burn through all these songs, but we'll definitely do at least 3 or 4 more. And remember, fat guys try harder.
Tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's choking now.